how to add more value as a virtual assistant. Hey again, this is Christian from Fava, and today we're gonna be going over how to add more value as a virtual assistant. So if you're a virtual assistant, and this applies to any online remote team member, media buyer, graphic designer, video editor, appointment setter, and you have ever wondered how can you be more valuable player to your company, in this video I'm gonna answer it. And if you stay until the end, I'm gonna give you the exact 3 things that you need to do in order to become one of the most valuable players in the company, and so you can get a raise, you can get a promotion, or even a different job title. So, first thing you need to do to be the most valuable virtual assistant ever is identify which are the biggest revenue generating activities in the company and how you can add to them. So most likely what's gonna happen in your first week of work is you're gonna be assigned tasks to do. You have to be efficient. However, it's great if you can, on top of that, add value and go the extra mile and identify which are the activities that are the biggest revenue generating. Typically, it's gonna be sales and marketing, okay? Sales and marketing. However, most likely you cannot be involved in the sales part, in the closing deals. If you can, and as a virtual assistant, if you can be involved in closing deals, then you can become a closer, then you can collect more money. You can go from a flat rate to commission-based. But that's typically very, very hard. Really, it's hard for a virtual assistant to go from VA to closer. It's not impossible though. However, here's how you can identify which are the biggest money makers in terms of marketing and sales. First thing is appointments. So if you're not involved in appointment setting yet, you should definitely start at least learning how to set up more appointments for the company. And in another video, I'm gonna answer this question more in detail. But you should identify which are the activities that need to happen to set up more appointments. Typically, they involve at least 2 or 3 of these. It's cold email, it's Facebook messaging, Instagram messaging, cold texting, or monitoring, replying, and setting up appointments with warm leads or inbound leads. It's one of those things, or a combination of those. So if you are involved in these, then you need to figure out how you can do the job the most efficient as possible, the best as possible. So the more appointments you generate for the company, the most valuable you are as a virtual assistant, because you're not just an executive or admin VA, but you are actually generating revenue for the company in the form of more appointments. The second thing you need to do is figuring out how you can do the job more efficient, streamlining the task. So if there are SOPs in the company, figure out how you can make those SOPs more efficient. Okay, there are mainly 3 things you can do to do this. One thing is figure out if there are any softwares that can help you either replace some of the tasks or automate or streamline some of the tasks. The second one is figure out a way to do them the most efficient way possible, then record it, and then the next time you're gonna do it the same way. The final way is create SOPs for things that don't have SOPs in the company yet. So if there are no SOPs for something, then you should be creating those SOPs, and that's how you can be a valuable player, because you're gonna demonstrate your employer that you're actually caring about the company. And in this case, you're gonna be helping the second main goal of the company, which is saving time, right? Everybody wants to make more money and save time. So if you can help in those 2 things, then that's gonna be amazing. Finally, the third thing you can do to be a very valuable player in the company, a very valuable virtual assistant, is figure out how you can duplicate your activities. So let's say you are currently setting up appointments and you become the best appointment setter for the company. Okay, you become the best appointment setter for the company. What you can do is then tell your boss, tell the agency owner, the online business owner, hey, I figured out a way to set up the best possible number of appointments, the biggest possible number of appointments. And here are my results. So you track your results, and if you're the highest performer, the best appointment setter, What you can do is then offer your agency or online business or wherever you work to then train other people below you. That way you duplicate your inputs and your outputs. That way you can make more money, you can get a promotion. You can go from appointment setter to team leader. And that's actually one of the guys that I brought from Peru, fortunately, to work for an agency. What he did is he started as an ISA, he was a cold caller, but he didn't call leads, he called inbound leads. And then he was the best appointment setter. He was setting between 6 to 10 appointments. At some point it was per day. So then he started training other people below him. And then his boss started hiring other people. And instead of the boss, the employer, having to monitor those other people, this guy was doing it. So, in a nutshell, to recap, these are the main 3 ways that you can do if you want to be a very valuable virtual assistant or online team member for your company, valuable player to the company. First one, as I said before, is identifying which are the biggest revenue generators, the revenue generators for the company, and contributing to those activities. The second thing is streamline the operations, the tasks that you're already doing, how you can make them more efficient. The third thing is figuring out how you can duplicate yourself, how you can be the best at doing your task so that you can then train other people. That's how you go from virtual assistant to team leader. In the next video, stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, actually subscribe to my channel, because in the next video, I'm gonna be explaining how you can be the best appointment setter possible. So stay tuned, give a like or comment to this video if you have any opinion, if you have any question, if you wanna add something to what I've said, or if you don't agree with what I've said, which is totally understandable. So see you next time.